So, as already everyone knows now, at the moment I am Giacomo Virgilio, and I'm a researcher in CNCE, that is the Commissione Nazionale Paritetica per le Casse Edili. As previously mentioned by Bianca Baron, our Vice Director, the CNCE is the Joint National Committee for the Building Workers Welfare Funds. And their purpose is for orientation, control and coordination of the workers' welfare funds. I'm here to give you a background information concerning the commitment in the research regarding the European posting of workers till now. The starting points for the analysis of the National Committee was consequential to the observation to the change in the presence of Italian companies abroad that was no longer linked solely to the large companies that carry out work of considerable size, but also to medium and small business. Since the beginning of the 2000s, it's considerably increased the number of the companies. They are coming from other countries, running private or public works in Italy. More than 8,000 foreign construction companies on national territory are increasing at the moment day by day. The National Association of Building Sector, in order to solve this situation, in accordance with the European Trade Union and the European Employee Organization, have placed the following objective. That is to avoid social dumping through the posting of workers in other countries, to protect the building workers, ensuring a wage homogeneity, to allow the freedom of the company to participate and to work on the European territory, to exchange information between the workers and employers organization of the involved nation, and to act against irregular work and to supervise the correct application of the insurance, contractual and social security obligation. According to this objective, the Association of Building Sector and the CNCE started a confrontation with the respective organization, the Paritarian organization in France, Germany and Austria, to verify the condition of the share regulation in case of posting of workers. Once concluded this preparatory work, in 2008, the CNCE signed with Socabau for Germany, UCF for France, and BUAC for Austria 3 bilateral conventions, which allowed the companies working in one of these 4 countries to be totally exempted from the registration in the national welfare funds, keeping their ranking in the country of origin. Starting from that, concerning the international commitment, at the moment the CNCE has led 2 different projects. The first one was Post Lab, and the second one was EU Post Lab. The projects are designed to develop forms of cooperation in order to allow the free exchange of information and the sharing of good administrative practice. In total, they involve around 10 European partners plus Turkey. So I will try to summarize shortly the main focus of the project, of the 2 projects, but I will illustrate especially the main finding in Post Lab project that is more connected to our development of the ISA project. So the Post Lab project, through research activity carried out in the 4 countries, the first 4 countries taking part in the study, that is Italy, France, Romania and Spain, has pinpointed the main issues relating to the proper application of the European directive in a matter of posting and the good practices and tools put in the field in the European territory. From the analysis of the temporariness of posting and non-compliance with the minimum rates of pay and social security contribution due in those countries, 2 main groups of fraudulent practices have emerged. The use of letterbox company with a view to benefiting from lower pay and social security contribution level at sector level, thus bringing about a cost advantage against the levels to be complied within the sending country, and then non-compliance with the minimum level as set out in the above-mentioned directive. The research work was thus conducted with the goal of contrasting such fraudulent practice through cooperation partners between unions and employer organization of the construction sector, on the one side, and on the other side the labor inspectorates. These best practices have turned out to be applicable both all over the country and within the international context. Investigation on behavior featuring a risk of fraud are often linked to the failure to submit the relevant declaration to the authorities tasked with monitoring companies' compliance with administrative procedures, or to the lack completely of information. Each country where the research activity of the post-lab project was carried out featured a set of practices to combat such fraudulent behavior, using different methodologies to obtain information being relevant to the fight against undeclared work activities. The practice developed in Italy, Spain, France, and Romania take the form of international agreements, codes, and information exchange procedures, also based on the use of new skills, which outline a much more complex overall picture. In most practices, the role played by social partners has been crucial, not only for the actual implementation, but also to outline a useful practice for the definition of effective procedures to combat fraud. The circumstances that stir up concerns among social partners are the same in all the countries involved: the risk of social dumping. Italy, France, and as well Germany and Austria feature the presence of intermediate bodies, such as the sectoral funds, tasked with intermediating wage elements. With the view to paying sector-specific contribution, construction companies shall register with this body, which in their turn are tasked with assessing companies' compliance with such obligations. The presence of these bodies has allowed for more specific and vigorous action. Bilateral institutions to be found in Spain and Romania play, on the other side, a very different role. The different practices outlined in the 4 countries involved allow for the possibility of reflecting on the implementation of each of these practices selected in the participating countries. The specific feature of the Italian case is represented by the above-mentioned international agreements in force with Austria, France, and Germany, entered into by bilateral institutions, the CNCE, the UCF, the Socabao, the BOAC. In France, following the Macron law, the ID card, that which after trial period became compulsory in 2017 for all the companies, gathers preliminary information on companies, posted workers, working condition, and the principle of the company. Always in France, the CGT network, through the Radar project, was designed with a view to improvising unionist knowledge of the matter, so as to enable them to tackle any legal issue stemming from posting a worker, as well as to improve knowledge on the rights of posted worker. More specifically, the project sets up a network involving social partners and the labor inspectorate with the goal of enforcing worker rights. In Romania, the revisal system, which is managed by the ITM, is based on cooperation partners, involving various inspectorates, providing the necessary information to better understand cases of posting of workers coming from Romania. More specifically, the database contains information on companies which is provided by employers registering their employees. In Italy and Spain again, instead, inspection activities feature more specific goals linked to needs stemming from the national context. In Spain, the agreement between the Labour and Social Security Inspectorate of Spain and its Portuguese counterpart, in force since 2013, allows for more direct action that simplifies cooperation between the 2 authorities in order to ensure for compliance with the rules on posting and with the wage elements and levels applicable in the 2 countries. In Italy, instead, the centralized collective agreement, for example in Lombardy, in consideration of construction work for Expo Milan 2015, set up a pattern of agreements involving social partners and local authorities, thanks to the cooperation with the Territorial Paritarian Fund, the Cassa Edile, and the Prefecture of Milan. Spain, once again, featured a specific practice stemming from the national level need to establish rules on the proper training of construction workers to be completed at the centers accredited by the system. The TPC, managed by the Fondazione Laborale, a paritarian body in charge of training in the construction sector, the TPC has proven to be a useful tool to prevent fraud by acknowledging workers' staff level training employability, thus making it possible to identify the right wage level and their job role within the company. By observing the practices implemented in Italy, France, Romania, and Spain in their entirety, it is therefore possible to understand why, for the inspectorate's monitoring system to work properly, it is fundamental to have a clear source of information before entering the host country to perform a working activity. For this reason, we have moved on the second project that at the time was EU Post Lab. The project designed to develop forms of cooperation between sectoral bodies in different European countries involved in a network of 10 partners, as you can see, and Turkey, with the aim of facilitating the free exchange of information and sharing of good practices. The EU Post Lab project supports administrative cooperation between paritary and social funds in the sector of the construction sector at transnational level and opens the way to a gradual expansion of the shared information. The EU Post Lab field research dealt with the study of existing database at national level and in compliance with the European Directive on Postal Workers. The research analyzed their contents, characteristics, and the way they reflect the actual working condition, identifying the risk of abuse and fraud of the legislation. In second phase of the project, the partners defined a database prototype to facilitate the transnational sharing of information between the paritary and social funds that deal with the intermediate wage elements in the construction sector. We are talking for the bilateral agreements mentioned before. The CNCE has studied a way of sharing basic information for a regular posting of workers in a more fluid and simplified way, guaranteeing for the free movement of companies and workers in the 4 countries mentioned before: France, Germany, Austria, and Italy. I have given you a very short summary of what was 4 years of projects at the moment, not including the bilateral agreement that has been signed in 2008. But if you want to be more informed about the project, especially on the Post-Lab project, you'll find on the table the final, the guidelines and the final report, and the EU Post-Lab project had meant to with a lot of languages more. For all the languages and all the PDF file, you can visit our website, you are on the home page, and also the Fondazione Brodolini website. All the coordinates are written down there in the brochure. I hope to have been a little bit clear on this mess, and I leave the floor to Feliciano Iudicone that can give us the new inputs for the ISA project. Thank you, everybody.